there's jokes here because I just keep it real with myself, innit? Like, fam,
Yeah,
everything, fam, I think it as well. If my music sounds dead, fam,
yeah.
like, I hated it. I didn't want anything to do with it.
So today we're in the building with DC. For those that don't know who you are, obviously we know who you are, but if you're not locked into the scene like that, you may not know. So do you want to give people a brief introduction into who DC is, what he's about, type of music he puts out, etc.?
I've never known how to answer this question, but I'm DC. I'm DC, rapper from South London, and just I flirt between the lines of like grime and rap.
I was saying you've done garage as well. I'm saying so.
Grime, garage, rap, just all over the place. It's a mixture of everything still.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So like I said, we as we're locked into the underground scene, we know all about this scene. I would say at one point, he was like on a lot of people's next up list.
Yeah.
He was flirting with a lot of ones to watch lists. People had the names. When people had your name on their lips.
Yeah.
Then we hear you signed to a major.
Yeah.
Then you put out the project.
Yeah.
Then you disappeared, cuz, and took a little break. Why the break?
Do you know what it is, yeah? There's several reasons why there was a break in it. I feel like because that was my first year being signed, my first project, it's like a lot of things, it was a learning process, innit? So a lot of things behind the scenes were just get pissing me off if I'm just being real, innit? Like, so I was just annoyed with a lot of things behind the scenes. So I didn't feel to be out here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't feel to be, that's pretty much what it was. It's just several things behind the scenes. And also on top of that, I was working on new music. And you know how it is with a label. If you have a song here, bro, to get it out, it's gonna be God knows months, fam. You make the song. It's not like you're independent. You make the song, you release it when you want. You make the song, then you got to have a meeting to talk about the song. Then a meeting. Do you get me? Just meetings and and then you just get longed out. So really, it's just several number of things why I just kind of took a step back in it. You get me?
Fair enough, makes sense. Cool. So I mean, you've kind of already alluded to it, but my next question was going to be, I mean, now you're obviously one project deep into that relationship with the label. Yeah. What have you learned from that relationship, and what have been the biggest takeaways, and how does it compare to being independent?
I say some of the things I've learned are you need to be on people's necks, literally. Do you get me? And you also need to remember that the power's actually in your hands more times. But the way people can finesse you with words can make you think that there's nothing you could do, or you're kind of trapped. Do you get what I'm saying? But really and truly, it's in your hands, innit? So I'll just say that I learned that assertiveness is key. Patience as well. Patience. What else have I learned on this thing?
Man's sure gonna be like some wise man, fam.
No, do you know what it is? You just gotta, I think, how do I put this into words? You kind of you know that saying when you people say that you gotta believe half of everything someone says. What is it?
Believe half of what you do.
What everyone like that.
Yeah, that's it. So obviously it's you have to. That's literally it. That's the industry, innit? Everybody's gonna put some shit to your face, innit? But really and truly, everybody say everything's patterned, but it's not even started yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to take the initiative, innit? Really and truly, and just kind of pattern things yourself. Sometimes it might have to get to that, and you can't shy away from that, really.
Yeah.
But those are just some of the things I can't really.
Cool. And how do you think it compares to being independent? Obviously you're in the relationship now, so I'm assuming there's not that much hindsight involved. But how does it compare to being independent?
There's pros and cons, man, and it depends who you ask. At the end of the day, some people can have great experiences and whatnot. But I'd say the difference would be freedom. Independent, you can do what you want whenever you want. You get me, literally. But downsides is you might not have the budget.
The machine behind it.
You get me? You kind of so some people use the label as a bank, literally I just need you to fund my ideas, and I don't really need the input.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I say the big difference maybe budgets between independent freedom, and yeah, you can just use your time more wisely, man, because you don't have to be doing meetings to just talk. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sounds like their meetings annoy you, fam.
Oh, bro, I stopped going to them though. I stopped going, man.
I feel it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much, I'll say, the big difference: the freedom and the budget.
Yeah.
Definitely a big. I don't know.
Do you miss the freedom?
100%.
Yeah.
1000%. But then again, I'm just saying this now. Like the next year, you could ask me again. I'll be like, oh, everything's great. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, right now, yeah, that's definitely something I miss still.
Yeah.
But I guess like it also depends on, say for example, if you're like, in terms of success, you get to like a high place in terms of like, for example, like Stormzy.
Yeah.
I reckon he could go into his label and have way more freedom than like a young up and coming artist like yourself, innit? So like exactly what you said. Like next year, obviously go to win competition. Things up here.
Yeah. Go on, sorry.
And like, no, I'm saying next year, go to win things up here, and then you can have way more creative license or way more. You can call the shots way more. Like they will bend over for their best acts, I guess. Like each label.
And you know what? I take it back. I kind of take it back. I'm not in a situation where like, oh, you can't do this and that. I kind of actually do have a lot of freedom in it. It's just like the timing when music comes out is kind of the thing that you can't really control.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I haven't really been like, do you get me? I'm not in a headlock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From what we've like observed and what you probably observed as well about the UK music scene is that like the labels are really getting behind, or at least the culture labels are really getting behind drill and Afro swing, innit? Or like Afro trap, whatever you want to call it. Like you feel like, as a young artist in London, if you're not doing either of these genres, it's harder to break through.
Yes and no, man. I feel like everybody's got enough. There's enough. Like everybody doesn't listen to one type of music, innit? Do you feel me? Like, so I think there's enough for everyone, man. Personally, I don't think it will hinder you if you start making funk, fam. Do you get me? As long as it's sick.
Yeah.
It will get that traction. Do you get me? And people will be drawn to it. But I think people that use that as an excuse, that it's just an excuse, isn't it? Really and truly.
Yeah.
Have you had any pressure from the label to make a track that's a drill Afro swing track that you've been like?
No, not once. They haven't like hinted once.
Fixed,
I make different kind of tracks.
Yeah.
Most of the problems you come up with is that you make different types of music, and they might be drawn to a type of sound that's like, oh no, I don't want that to be it. But they might go over it like, this is the one. That's more what it's been really.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really it, to be fair.
I feel it. Because like, you know, you can get certain artists, they get signed, and then all of a sudden the sound just changes, and it's like,
happens often still.
So much so. But I'm guessing these days, like labels are they're trying to present people as independent, or they're not trying to step on toes, because they just know how much power like the artist holds now, especially in the fusion. I mean,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying. So like, obviously we're in this pandemic, we're in lockdown, like things are changing, the ways of working are changing, especially for artists. Like we had an interview with Koji, and he was basically saying like he's got his setup, he's set up producers, they're flinging him over the beat, he's working like that, he's recording the vocals, sending it straight back. Like how has your ways of working like changed, or have you had to rethink about how you work and how you share the content as well?
To be fair, I was never a person to like be in a studio 24/7, innit? Do you get me? I like it. I don't like doing all those overnight sessions, and just more time is just to chill. Do you get me? That's what I think people do. But with me, I'll just go there a couple hours. I've probably written what I want to do prior, go there and just finish it, and I'm out. Do you get me? So right now at home, what I've really been doing is learning how to produce, innit? So I've just been playing about with that, really. In terms of recording and that, I haven't. So more time I'll just write something and then just set up a session, really. But these times I've just been writing and learning how to produce, really and truly.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was going to say, what about in terms of visuals? Obviously, you just teased a little preview of Neighborhood that's Wednesday. In terms of like shooting visuals in this time, like how do you go about that? Was this even shot like during?
This was shot literally, you know, the Friday that Boris was like, "Oh, in lockdown."
That's what everyone's saying.
Bro, I've got.
That's what everyone's saying.
Listen. I've got the fucking fam. Trust me. Friday, I was just like, "Raw, fam! Thank God we did it," because already that day we had to cut down the crew because of the corona stuff. The label was saying we couldn't have many people. We luckily managed to make it work, and then fam, that same night, it's like lock off. I was like, shit. Man. Thank God, fam. But yeah, I don't know about videos. I don't think it's as strict as people think it is in terms of artists and that. You think these labels care, bro? They're trying to get in the bread.
Oh, it's true. I guess if Feds see you shooting a madness and there's bare people around, Feds can just lock that. Feds can lock it off.
Yeah, they can still. Yeah, you just got to be moving small numbers, I guess, in it. But I've got. I should be shooting something soon because I've got something that's meant to be dropping soon. So, boy, I don't know how we're gonna work.
Works that needs to be.
Someone's iMessage is popping off.
Man, sorry, my bad.
It's calm. I was even thinking like the whole, like just a quick interjection in it. Sorry, Sarah, but like you've seen like how people are still recording here and there, and especially how Colours did that live setup, and they had it in like E somewhere, but they were like, social distancing, like the way how they were recording from a mad distance, the artists, but then like some artists would come on with like a DJ, or some artists would be in the ones, and I'm just thinking, realistically, I know not all of you are wearing PPE, like let's just be real.
Nobody, bro. Nobody. Everybody's still shaking hands. No, to be fair, I might shoot bare people. People weren't shaking hands in that. Yeah, everybody was not. But fam, we're right next to each other, man. This don't make. You get me?
Everyone's covered in the blood in Jesus' name, anyway. Because
yeah, man.
That's it. Oh, you mentioned new music. So when can we be expecting that? Like, what's the flavors you're going to be giving us?
It's gonna be the next one after Neighborhood is gonna be a vibe. It's a lot bouncier. And yeah, man. It's with Nux. So,
sick.
Yeah, it's a sick track still. I've had it for a minute, like 2018. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot of these tracks I'm bringing out now are like backdated, isn't it? Because I ain't dropped in a minute. So
yeah, for real.
Yeah, but that thing should be sick, proper sick still.
It's been a minute. Like, what was your initial thoughts? Like, obviously, like you've signed a contract, you've dropped the project. Yeah. Like, what was your reaction to the project, and did you think, like, how did you think it went from a self-evaluation point?
I wasn't happy.
Yeah,
I wasn't happy. I think everybody around me knew I wasn't happy in it. Do you get me? Like, I think it was kind of baked. There wasn't really a lot of promotion. There wasn't like I said in it, there was a lot of things I wasn't happy with. Do you get me? So,
yeah.
It kind of like dampened that project for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, for me, it was like, and even looking back now, I wish that, because that project is literally similar. It's a similar process to what's going on now. So a lot of those songs were backdated as well. Do you get me? Because since Colours, that was a year after Colours I dropped that.
Yeah.
So it was another year out. Do you get what I'm saying? So even when I dropped it, I listened to the music, and some of the songs I was like, I wouldn't release that now. Like I'm saying, like I wouldn't drop a song now. I'll just make something better. But it's just the first, man. I was looking at it as like, you know what, that's the first step. And it is what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? But personally, like, I wasn't like, oh my god, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, you know what, fair enough. It was calm. I like some of the songs.
Is it even, you know what? It's even interesting you say that about the first project, because I was, so obviously I listened to it when it drops and whatnot, but then I was sort of like, I see some of the tracks I was just feeling like, are these some of the tracks that the label have pushed you to do in? Like, so it's interesting that you said, some of the tracks you didn't like, because I listened to your initial freestyles and that type of thing, and then I heard the sound on some of the tracks. I'm like, what's going on here? It must be label pressure.
Everything you're saying, I feel like, damn, I felt that as well.
Yeah.
Everything. I said it in meetings. I said it in label. Like, some of these tracks, I don't really feel them because they're gonna come across a certain type of way, like I'm trying to do something that's not me, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
Really and truly, I can't really say that because I made the song. Do you get me? It was me.
Yeah. I feel you.
But it's not every song you make that you need to be putting out. Do you get what I'm saying?
So, and on the flip side, sorry to quickly interject, like, I hear stories of people not feeling tracks and then they'll put it out and then the track does sick.
Yeah.
So
I'd hate that. There's one that I'll let you know the secret. Yeah, there's one track, Hustler. that I dropped
Yeah.
here. Hated it, bro.
I wasn't feeling that track. I can't
Bro,
lie to you.
listen. Listen, fam, listen. I felt there's jokes here because I just keep it real with myself, innit? Like, fam, everything. Fam, I think it as well. If my music sounds dead, fam.
Yeah.
Like, I hated it. I didn't want anything to do with it. But really and truly, the only reason that song came out was because when I went on tour with Huss, I performed it and it went nuts.
Okay, so the label just latched onto that, innit? They're like, that's the one.
So after I performed a few places, people fucking with it, and then they were just like, oh yeah, but I don't think people took into consideration that, yo, it's the type of crowd I'm performing to.
Yeah.
Tuss's crowd, they love that, like, bouncy, Afro, whatever.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, so that was really, I hate that song still, so.
Damn ones.
Yeah, I know.
No, you got
it's interesting, though.
Huh?
I'm saying that it's sick though, because you just gotta keep it one with yourself, and
it's
all part of the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, in fact, I just see. Do you know what it is as well? And I thank God that it's on Gram Daily because it's not on my page. Yeah,
I'm finished.
But it is what it is, man. It happened, didn't it? Like, it's
100. Well, fam, like I said, we look forward to the new music, man, and love for joining us today for a quick chit chat. When's the next single dropping? Neighborhood's on the 20th, and then the next one to be confirmed. Then I can't really. To be confirmed. All right, cool. Well, we'll be locked into the journey, my guy.
I
hope it all goes well from here on in. And I'm sure the next couple of drops will be slappers still, because we've heard a little tease of the Neighbours one, and you're spitting some flames on there still. So in a couple 1-2 bars. So yeah, man, love for joining us.
I love you lot. Yeah, thank you.
All right, peace and love.